It's, you know, I was actually thinking the other day, which would shock many, but I wonder sometimes if like our DNA has the pains of our ancestors in it. You know, just as much as you could have the ability of a, you know, say your great-great-grandpappy or grandfather, which is a way more appropriate name. A great-great-grandpappy sounds like somebody who has no enamel in their mouth, you know, tongue only. One of them Theo bad boys, you know? Kind of guy who will just inject damn nicotine right in his tongue and just chew on that bit. But, yeah, I wonder, like, our DNA can carry, you know, if you have a child, it might have blue eyes or green eyes or red eyes or something based on what the parents have. And I was just wondering, well, what if your great-great-grandfather was, you know, something happened to him? And does that get stored into your DNA almost like a undeveloped film? And sometimes maybe it takes a generation or two for it to, you know, mature enough or just dissipate enough and it affects you somehow. You know, I wonder, like, say if somebody tickled your great-great-grandmother, but she was in a coma or something. You know, when she died, you know, she was in a crazy accident with something simple like a hillside and a wagon. You know, there wasn't a lot of unique accidents back then. And she would, you know, runaway wagon wheel knocked her down a hillside. She was in a coma. It was one of her little cousins or somebody. An intern or some pervert or somebody would come in and take her. Getting off on the fact that they took her knowing that ticket is getting stored in their body, in their brain, in their mind, you know, into the textiles, into the damn, just the fabric of whoever she was. And then she died. She died in a coma, which happened all the time. I mean, when you were in a coma a long time ago, people really thought you were kind of hanging out with God, but your body was still here. So they'd come and people would, you know, hey, give this to God. Slip you a little note. You know, hey, give God, made God a little bit of apple cider. They slip a jug under your limp arm. You know, hey, tell God I'm trying to do these new hats. You know, they put a cap on you, and you're jugged up, you're capped up. You got hidden giggles in your body because the night manager's been tickling you. And then, I just wonder if, you know, you have a grandchild or a great-grandchild that just gets the giggles for no reason, you know? Or, you know, I just wonder what I just wonder sometimes, like, if the things I'm feeling or thinking or doing even, or dreams that maybe a great-great-grandfather had, or things that happened to them, or experiences, or fears, or I just wonder sometimes, like, you know, how much of the experiences of our ancestors are locked into the DNA of it. And even groups of people, you know, certain ethnicities, and you know, how much of the travesty of some histories are locked into the people, and it takes a while to dissipate, and to fall off of the core of their being, kind of deal. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling now, but what's going on? I'm happy to be alive. know, what did I do? Oh, we had Travis Tritt coming on to the podcast. If you ever got any erection to a ballad during the 90s or 2000s, it could have been to a Travis Tritt song at a dance. Dude, I remember, God, about after, I was always the kid at the dance who, like, got set up with somebody. You know, and so you weren't, it wasn't like a little girlfriend, so it was just like, yeah, you know, okay, I'm with Emily, or I'm with, you know, Larissa. And you were kind of excited, but you knew that they weren't, like, into you, so, but you kind of hoped secretly. You know, and I remember I'd go to the dance, and you do, you know, they had the obligatory, like, you had to kind of slow dance with your date, but then after that, you could kind of freewheel it a little. And I remember when some of the slow songs would come on, man, I would get this one girl had like a damn, I want to say it was like a huge belly button. Like, I mean, like a dang, just like a little bowl, like a belly bowl. You know, just inverted, and if you were, I was spry, you know, at a dance, man, I would get just springing bones. I had that 35th rib, baby, just peeking right up out of the middle of my body, baby, you know what I'm saying? My freaking cock was just giraffing around, you know what I'm saying, baby? You know what I'm saying to you. You know, I was spry, I was ready. I was procreational. I was just, you know, God had wound me up and let me go. And I was looking to just spray out. And sometimes I would dance with her, and I remember she was like, I don't know if she didn't have any feeling in her stomach or anything, but you could, like, literally press your fucking junk right up, just smash it. It was just like, wise men say only fools rush, but I feel falling. It was just a ballad would go on, you know. And you just, just like the world was thirsty for the sauce you had inside of your wiener. That's what it felt like. Like the world just was. That's what it felt like being young. It felt like the entire universe was constantly just sucking at you. Those were the days, man. That is Runs in the Family by Matthew Kazial. What's happening? What's going on? I need to get some pants. I don't like shopping. I want to make a goal this year to shop more from smaller brands, you know, hometown places. I've been wanting to get a blender for the past month, so I'm going to try to find a locale electronics dealership. Go in there, test the model. There'll be a guy in there like, hey, I'm Ron. Oh, yeah, that's smoothies? Yeah, that's one smoothie. Just one. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, you got a newborn? Just giving him pizzas? Oh, that's one. That's one. You know, and I'll listen to the bullshit for a bit before I say, look, Ron, I'll take it, all right? You just shut up. Can you do it? What I see, the original Mr. Potato Head, they changed the name to just Potato or something. Let me see what it says. The Mr. Potato Head article, yeah, it said Mr. Potato Head is now just going to be Potato Head. That's the thing. A gender-neutral version of the toy. They will be offering a gender-neutral version of the toy alongside the traditional. Oh, so they're keeping the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. And people was some people were upset about it. I don't think people were that upset about it, but they say online, which is basically a dangerous place to be if you like to have any peace in your life. But I was thinking, like, well, a potato, first of all, is male. They have male and female characteristics in it. So you got to know they are self-pollinators, I had this article say, meaning that every individual potato plant possesses both male and female flowers for reproduction. So a potato's already got that dual citizenship, you know, when it comes to crop. But yeah, why not? Why not again? What my question is, what kid still wants to play with a potato? You can't get a kid excited by giving them a damn potod anymore. So that kid's not even mentally well, let's be honest. That kid probably has a little bit of hit of, give me a T, give me an I, give me an S, give me an M, autism. You know it. And I grew up heavy in the autism world. We had a kid at the end of our block, and he had just 9 different haircuts, man. He was kind of, I mean, from everything from cornrow to damn fade to military to damn, you know, he had that kind of action gospel cut. They tried to get sing, couldn't sing. He was mentally challenged, you know, and they put him on the front porch and he would sing AC/DC lyrics, and you know, he just kind of cheered the cars and they went by. And I don't know what happened to him. And I would probably guess death if I would guess something. I don't know if I would guess death, but I would draw out of a hat. Say if there was a hat full of things that had happened to him, and everybody had written on a card what happened to him. I would draw a card out of there, and I bet most of the cards would probably say deceased. And bless him, but what am I saying? I'm all over the place. Yeah, what kid wants to play with a potato now? Who cares? I don't care if the potato, dude. That's not a real Mr. Potato. Mr. Potato Head is a man. He's a grown man. He got his feet out like that. He got the mustache, glasses. He kind of looks like he probably did a crime and now he's hiding. You know, he looks a little Polish, but maybe also kind of urban, bro. You know, kind of Afro-Polish maybe if you look at him, you know, if he's that kind of Idaho kind of gold, you know. But now if they want a potato, they got, you know, both. You know, that's not Mr. Potato Head. They got a new thing. They got that dual crotch russet. They got that dual crotch russet, fam, and that's chill. Just say that. Like, I think some of the articling is just to create a stir. Just say, look, we got that DCR, baby, all right? We got, you know what I'm saying? Poppy Mommy got that mixed bag. But what kid is still playing with a potato? I don't know one kid you can get off his iPad long enough to even discuss a vegetable. All kids want to know nowadays is Elon Musk their dad? Is Elon Musk my dad? And if the answer's no, then no, but they don't, that's it. The rest of their lives, they'll spend in therapy wishing he was. That's all, that's it. Is Elon Musk my dad? They don't care what kind of fucking crops the vegetable has. If we want to do a toy where they get to discuss gender, let's do operations. That way, let the kid build whoever they want. This is Bobby Sue right here. He got the titty and the root. Party on, bro. You know? Invite him to the freaking bar mitzvah, dog. Let's do it. But let the kid have a say-so in it, I think. Let him have operation. You got the mustache. You got that freaking, that wild oyster, bro. Let's do it. That's what I say. Just let the kid have a little bit of say-so in the thing. Or just do Transformers. If you're going to make something completely open, an open toy, do Transformers. They're kind of asking for it. But let the child or have a say-so in it, I think. Or do Teddy Ruxpin. Dude, Teddy Ruxpin, he got the cord on the back. You know? I want waffles. You know? I thought I was supposed to be a bear. You know, do Teddy Ruxpin. He got the thing on the back. You know? Nah, won't you be my friend? You know? Nah, my penis has ovaries. Bah. I'm only 5. Who wants to see my menstrual cycle? Let the animal or the kid have a say-so. That's what I think. What do I know? I'm not a child. If you see me shopping for toys for kids, though, that's an even bigger issue. So, when you see people shopping for toys for children, and they don't have a children with them, and it's December, and it's not December, we got way bigger issues than, gender. Oh man, I gotta tell you this. So I went, and first of all, I want to say this too, man. I want to thank everybody. You know, we had an episode last time, the Spill the Drunklings episode. It was kind of, you know, it gets emotional sometimes, and that's just who I am. You know, and I just want to thank people, just nice messages, and just people for just being willing to be a part of this, just kind of conversations and things that, I don't know. I just want to say thanks. You know, thanks for the support. And thank you for it's not even thanks. It's just like, look, let's do this. You know? Let's try not to be afraid to figure out where we are and what's going on. You know, there's so many like little social rules about being alive and our behaviors, and I just want to damn be alive, man. I just want to know as much about whatever this is, this experience. And a lot of you do too, so thank you. Oh, I gotta tell you this. That's not a commercial either. I went out the other night, so Travis Tritt is a folk country, so many songs you may know or your parents may know. You gotta keep that with your ears and your face. It'll be out this weekend. So anyway, after the show, after we chatted on the episode, we got to go out. We went out. And Kid Rock, Bob Ritchie, who is an adult man who, you know, I was thinking about what did I love about Kid Rock as a fan, as a listener. And I just remember being poor and white and thinking he just was able to kind of express that. He was this rap, like, it wasn't country, it was like rap, rockabilly. I don't know enough about music to know the exact genre, and I think it was kind of a new genre. It was just it was something I could fit into, you know? I mean, or something I was just like, oh, here's a guy who just is, it's like a poor white guy who's angry and brash, and I could just relate to a lot of that shit, you know, because the world I grew up in, the environment that I sprouted through was crass. and it was, but it was passionate, and it was, I don't know. Anyway, so, living my life in a slow mo. And when he did that slow one with Sheryl Crow, come on, boy. Come on. And she would sing, and you get kind of erect a little, and then he would sing, you have to fucking cover it up, you know? God, I mean, that was just damn, that was a lot. But anyway, so we went out to dinner, which was really neat, and just to be in the presence of people that are telling stories you'll never get to hear, and it was just really, it was a good time. But anyway, afterwards we went, we're out here in the Central East, and Kid Rock has an establishment. Bob is his name, sorry. Has an establishment, and it's a domicile for liquor and music. And so we walked over there from the restaurant we're at. And dude, I've walked with some heroes, right? Some unique humans. I've walked with criminals. I walked with a buddy of mine that killed somebody. And he said it felt pretty good, honestly. But anyway, so we're walking down the street, and you start to, and it's just drunk people, right? It's like a French Quarter type of vibe when you're walking down the street, and you see people just start to notice Bob, and they start to get, I mean, people are losing it, you know? Some guy tried to spell out bobbada bang booger. He started spelling it out. Like a police officer had said, all right, I need you to recite this. You know, some girl threw her ovary at him. Some girl was running for him, ran right into a do not park here sign. Some dude crashed his car. He's like, some fella drank his own blood, put a thing into his side of him, started just sipping on it, dude. Just fucking, I mean, people were losing their mind. And he had like security, but it was just, I mean, people were just, some woman got down and proposed to her husband. Every person, every like space he walked past, something insane would happen. A window shattered, a baby in a stroller, probably 4 months, got out of the stroller and just started walking, walked off. His parents were sitting there kind of hugging. I'm out of here. I want to do my own thing. I'm looking for my real dad, Elon Musk. I mean, it was just crazy. Fireworks. A dove pulled a magician out of his hat. He had a hat on. He pulled a magician out. The magician was wondering if he was getting his stimulus payment. The bird flew off. But every moment we went past, like people, a caterpillar admitted that he was just a cat, and it was all just a ruse to meet women with the long, you know, trying to show them that length, show them that body work. So it was just, you know, it was just it was just, cause look, I've ridden in cars and arrived at places with people with unique, with pomp and circumstance. But to walk not a mile, or walk 1/15 of a mile, not in someone's shoes, but near someone's shoes. It was, I don't know, it was just interesting. You know, it just doesn't happen every day, and certainly not to me. I'm going to tell you this, though, that if you are selling stuff online, if I was ever going to be gay, I'd have to at least say, hey, that's ShipStation.com. Enter offer code Theo. Make ship happen. Look, you know, I spoke a decent amount of Spanish over my life, but nothing that's really put me to that next level. Nothing where I've ever made love to a woman or even anyone that was formerly a woman. But that's my thing, man. If I was ever going to be gay, I'd have to at least say, hey, you was at least a woman once, right? If you go full dude, bro, that might be too much, I think, for me. But look, if you say, look, you were a kid for a couple of years, right? Then we can at least split a dessert. Anyway, in case you don't speak Spanish or German, you can learn it from Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app. One of my goals for the new year was to learn a new language, and I haven't done it. But Babbel has made the whole process addictively fun and easy, with bite-sized lessons that you'll actually use in the real world. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. They have practical, real-world conversations in mind. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Just go to Babbel.com and use promo code THEO, that's BABBEL.com, code Theo, for an extra 3 months for free. Babbel, language for life. We also have new merch now available at TheoVon.com. Make sure to grab a Get That Hitter hoodie. We got some neat colors. We got some neat stuff coming out this year I'm excited about. What else? We've had a lot of nice calls from you guys. I wanted to make sure that I keep this going as well. We made a goal this year to help out some single moms and do some nice things. So I want to continue that right now. I'll sip my liquid death. This is water too. It's funny because if you look at the can, you think it's a liquor beverage, but that's water, baby. Praise God, man. But we want to continue that goal this year, and see if we can't holler at somebody right for you.
Hello?
Hey, is Karina there?
Yes, this is her.
Hey, Karina, my name is Theo. I work on a podcast, and I think you might have spoken with my producer, Nick.
I haven't.
Oh, you didn't?
No. At least I don't remember.
Oh, that's okay. Look, we've all done some things, I'll tell you that. You work as a corrections officer?
I do, sir.
Oh, nice. And you have 2 kiddos, right?
I sure do. I have 2 boys.
Oh, dang. Boys are freaking dangerous, I think.
They are. They're wild.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, something's in them. I don't know what's in them.
Me neither. Can you tell me?
Look, I have no idea. Well, someone called, I'm sorry, I thought they maybe spoke to you. Someone called and we do a thing. I work on a podcast called This Past Weekend, and we just do a thing where, I was raised by a single mom, and so sometimes we reach out to single moms and just try and do something nice. So we just wanted to reach out and just offer you $500 just to go do something fun with the kiddos whenever you feel like it. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't have to do anything. You don't owe us anything. That's it. We just want you to go do something fun with those freaking deviants.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's really amazing. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it.
Are they pretty violent?
No. They're pretty calm kids.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, they're pretty calm kids.
Does it help being a corrections officer? Does that kind of, like, if they see you in uniform, does that add, like, a little bit of extra edge?
I think so. They tend to listen more.
I think I definitely would. Look, if my mom said I'm going to put you in timeout and she actually meant it, like incarcerated, I think I would really tighten up as well.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Well, Karina, thanks for being a sweet mom. And whoever, I don't even know who it was that nominated you. I'm sorry, I just don't have that information. But, yeah, they just said that this lady's really awesome and that, yeah, and that she would probably like to do something fun. So I'll have my producer call you back and just circle up with you.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. I thank you so much. I thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, no worries. Thank you for just even letting us chat on the phone, and I hope you guys have fun. And look, that money can be used for bail too. If those kids are real bad, it can be used for bail.
I put it towards that.
Okay, you
Just
guys.
in case.
You guys have a good one.
All right, you too, sir. Bye-bye.
Karina. I was thinking if I could have a Spanish name, and I don't know if that's Spanish, but I'm going to guess it that it is. Karina? Let me look that up. Maiden. Maiden. Caro. Caros, which means beloved or dear. Dude, that would be wild. Well, if your mom goes off to prison, dude, she would be able to handle you easy. Can you even fathom that? And imagine getting frisked before you go to bed. That would be insane. Spread them, you know? You're like, I just brushed my teeth. She says spread them, but she just needs your teeth. She wants to see if you brush them or not. That'd be pretty funny. The hotline, baby, praise God, baby, PTL. Stay ready, bro. Praise God. The hotline as always is 985-664-9503. I want to see what we got on the call, see what happened, man, see what's hitting. Let's get into some of that. Here we go. Yo, what's up? My name's Damon. Calling you. I live in Everett, Washington. Dirty Damon up there outside of Everett. And I'm sorry for calling you Damon, but somehow with Damon they say Dirty Damon. You know? Like Claude, they say Clean Claude. But they don't say Clean Damon. Onward, brother. 23 years old. I just had a quick question. So, I wanted to get your opinion on something. My girlfriend and I have been trying to spice things up in the bedroom, you know? Oh, yeah, brother. Send pics. Just joking. Don't write an article about that, some creep. Yeah, brother. I feel you, man. Look. When I was 23, baby, doing sex was really God. I mean, I felt like I was just sunbathing on the Lord's front porch, bro. I mean, I just felt like my whole body fucking just was made out of damn just penis meat, man. You were just so excited and fired up. God, remember that? I remember somebody would just accidentally bump into me, and if she was cute, I'd dampen that leg, baby. You feel me? Onward, baby. Let's hear more, brother. Thank you for calling, man. Praise God. It's been a while. We've been going at it for a while, and kind of tried some new things. So she suggested that we come up with different characters and act like we're cheating on each other. But the problem is I'm not very good at this. I mean, I come up with characters, and I either break characters or I don't know what to say. And I think it's been a while since I've been in the game. You know, flirting and trying to pick up girls isn't really strong, but she's really good at it. I mean, she's coming up with characters' names right off the bat, playing them really well, and I don't know. I just want to be able to give her what she's giving me. So if you got any advice for me, I would love it. Thanks for all you do, man. Love the podcast. Gang. See you later, bro. Thank you, Ben. And thank you for the call and for asking me. I mean, that's first of all, that's exciting. You're involved in an exciting world where you guys are, dressing up and doing different positions or something or whatever, costume and all of that. That's that booty Halloween when they said, let's get, why don't you do this or do that? And it's kind of the one time I feel like if you want to do, I wouldn't say, if you want to kind of go a little brown face, you might be able to do it in that instance. If it's just you and your girl and you want to really kind of explore some sexual, adventures, you do something. I'm not saying, get racial, but I'm saying, maybe some Nescafe or something on the cheeks, a little bit of, I think you could go at least a mocha. And, my name is no Dante. My name is, Corinthian or something. You could do a role play like that, so it kind of gives you a chance to learn about other cultures. You could read up on some of, a certain culture's history, black history, if you wanted to. If you want to go black and, just approach your girl. Maybe you know everything we've been through, that kind of stuff. And at least have like a, have to put on some poetic justice or something in the background, or like a Save the Last Dance or something, or Dances with Wolves. I'm trying to think of like a good kind of racially new movie that promotes like racial love, So that could be something. You could do Swedish, Swedish is kind of easy. You get a thing of milk, a pail of milk, and then you run over there and y'all kind of fuck a little. But I'm trying to think of something you could do that would be more historical. You could maybe do Native American, and she's like a white woman and you sneak in or something, sneak in the window. You don't attack, or you leave her a note or something that says, I'm gonna attack you. Plan ahead, but you don't just not call for a couple days and then swing out of the damn cabinet. You can't be like Indian in the cupboard. You got to be, Indian in the closet who left a note. But I would go full throttle, because if anything, the one thing it's going to do, this whole thing is just going to create comfortability. So many guys would love for their wife or their, fiance, their French wife or whatever, to do a wig, to do a, that crotch wig, that strap on. Probably not that, but they would love for their wife to do something unique, but they're afraid to say it. They're just afraid to say, hey, honey, put on the green wig. Borrow Wanda's fucking wig. So for 7 seconds of my life, I could feel, I could feel that vibe. Like I'm getting up in that UFO, you feel me? Praise God, man. But also you could, where am I thinking about? I'm just saying, and if you're starting to create communication, dude, that's fire. Because then you guys are going to be able to do anything. So many of us are just afraid to talk and say this or say that. We're afraid of the judgment of what they're going to think, or they're going to tell people. But man, to live outside of that fear and to dress up like the damn, like Saving Private Ryan or whatever. Or, dress up like damn Jean-Claude Van Damme. You and your girl dress up like Karate Man or something, and just kick each other till you ejaculate. There's just, you gotta think big picture, man. So, but thank you for that call, man. I really appreciate it, man. Let's see what else we got here.
Hey, what's up, Theo? You got Seth out of Central Pennsylvania here.
Seth out of Central PA, baby. And that's Amish country, man. That's a good place to get that, you know, a strong batch of milk and a little bit of, peeping Tommy. Let's hear more.
Just finished up watching this past weekend, number 322. I noticed, you know, a good part of that you were going in about, you know, how you're having a hard time, like, really getting intimate with other people and loving other people, you know, on that deeper level, man. And I find
oh yeah. I mean, when it comes to connection for me, it's in the shallow end of the pool, it feels like. Especially when it comes to intimacy. I'll be in 3 feet at the Hampton Inn, dog, you know? Praise God, baby. Let's hear more, Daddy. Face first, baby.
I struggle with that a lot as well, and I feel like a lot of that comes down to, you know, like it's hard for me to trust myself sometimes, man, and I have, you know, I'm making a lot of progress in my life, you know, I'm doing well, you know, I provide for myself, I'm doing things that make me happy, but, you know, at the end of the day, I just find it really difficult to trust myself, you know, because I feel like you can relate to that to some extent. So I guess the question I have for you is, you know, what do you do in your own life, or rather, what could you do in your own life to, you know, build a better relationship with yourself so you can, you know, trust yourself in whatever situation, no matter how bad it gets. I got you, brother. Much love, gang, gang.
Gang, player. Gang, man. Thank you for taking the time to call, man. Yeah, trust in yourself, man. As you're talking, I'm thinking one thing I do sometimes that doesn't help me, I set a lot of boundaries. You know, I set a lot of boundaries, man, like just like a fence worker. I set a lot of strange rules. Like, I'll go for a run, and at the end, I'm like, all right, man, running every day now, next 30 days, we're gonna do it. I'll reach into a tree and just grab a raccoon out of it and just choke it out. Did you hear me? On stripes, we're going. So then now I got this rule in mind, I gotta run for the next 30 days. Then I forget that I have that plan. The next day comes, I don't run, but my brain will remind me, man, you didn't run. Yeah. It waits till I literally lay down. Hey, you didn't run. All day to go, hey, when are you gonna run? You're gonna run, huh? Day two. So I'll let myself down, but it's just because I make all these rules. It'll be everything. I'll bite into a tomato. It's like, oh, salad on 30 days. Salad on 30 days. The next morning, I wake up and have a waffle, you know? And there's 2 in a little pack, but I only have 1, but still. My brain's like, oh, man, there was so much of salad on, you know? Yeah. Guess I'll just be a glutton and just probably die early. You know, so anyway, I start to not trust myself because I constantly make these different rules for myself that are impossible to live up to. The number I make of them are impossible. That's called unrealism. So when I do that, then I start to not trust myself because I've made so many little rules that I've broken. So, but I never stop making the rules, so there's no way I can do it. Let me hear a little bit more again about what you asked. So be clear.
On that deeper level, man, I find I struggle with that a lot as well, and I feel like a lot of that comes down to, you know, like it's hard for me to trust myself sometimes, man, and I have, you know, I make a lot of progress in my life. You know, I'm doing well. You know, I provide for myself. I'm doing things that make me happy. But
so another place where I still have some issues about trusting myself is, you know, when like I will find this. I'll call like a lot of my friends in recovery, and one thing that's interesting about people in recovery, or who've ever been in recovery or spent time in it, once somebody, you connect with that person, you connect with them on a level, it's a real level. It's different than the other video game levels you're on with regular humans. This, you straight to Bowser. You know. So it's, there's just a real connection. So I'll call a lot of my friends in recovery. I will just say, hey man, am I okay? Is everything okay? You know, just tell me everything's okay, please. I do that. I do it 3 times a week. Hey man, I'm okay, right? I mean, out of the blue. Hey Alan, what's up, man? Hey Dickie, how are you, dog? Yeah, but I'm all, dude, I'm okay, aren't I? So it's hard. I never had. I just didn't have, and I'm not complaining. I'm not like upset. You know, sometimes I get a little perturbed, but when I was young or whatever happened, I don't know. There was never a voice saying everything's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. You're okay. You're fine. We're fine. Everything's gonna be fine. There was a lot of other commotion where things I didn't know if they were gonna be fine. So then still to this day, that's like, there's always still this invisible commotion going around all the time. You know? So it's hard for me to then trust myself a lot of times because I don't even know that everything's okay. If I go for 2 or 3 days without hearing, man, it's okay. It's like, man. I start to just not trust myself. It's like, well, how could... I can't make any more decisions right now. I don't even know if everything's okay. So I don't know if that makes any sense, bro, but it's also hard to trust yourself when you feel like you don't know yourself. You know, a lot of those spaces make it so hard to make decisions from. Man, if I do this, am I going to be okay? While other people are just doing this, doing that, doing coke, juggling. No concerns. Just totally fucking ripping. Full sin confidence. But one of the byproducts is that you think, sometimes thinking a lot is helpful. It's nice. Your brain can be really kind of thoughtful at times because you think a lot. So, and it gets better as you get a little bit older, Dad. I promise you that. But the shit can be intense. I think the one cure for it is something I haven't enacted very well in my life, and I do believe that it's meditation. But also, what do I know, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm just a semi-white fan. Praise God, dog. And R.I.P. Billy Conforto, man. You know, got a couple of messages about him the other day, and try to get that bench put up over there near La Crosse, Louisiana. In his hometown, we did that final inbound thing. Called it quits and got drafted in the first round by God. Anything else I want to make sure. Oh, if you know a single mom that could use some support, try not to tell her so we can make it a surprise. You know, I was raised by a single mother. I know that it's tough. I know that money doesn't solve any problems. But I just think sometimes money's just energy. It's just saying, here's some energy that came my way, let's put it your way. So, just when I think about a mom having just a little extra spending money to do something nice for her kiddo, I imagine that makes moms feel real good. You know, there's something, I've never seen this because I don't have any children, but you see a parent and they just see, and when their kid is having fun, you see they just, it's almost like they're the remote control and they put in the right codes or whatever. watching it to play out well or something. So yeah, that's really some of the goals, not to really think we're neutering things, just to try and do some little, you know, what can you do so that little boys have a extra fun day? And they don't have to know it has anything to do with that. They don't know us. Them boys ain't podcasting. They're fucking looking for the devil. So, but if you know one, hit the hotline, 985-664-9503. We also want to continue our series of interviews with real hard-working people with interesting occupations. We're currently searching for a Catholic nun, or Baptist nun even. I went to Last Baptist over there off of Jefferson. A pest control or animal control worker, and an Amish or Mennonite. If any of our listeners know someone they think would be perfect for the podcast, fill out a contact form at theovon.com or hit up the voicemail hotline. And thank you guys so much for being a part of our lives. What else? Oh, a Seattle woman finds a kilo of cocaine in crochet kit she bought at thrift shop. So Seattle woman finds 1 kilo of cocaine in a crochet kit at thrift shop. That kilo, damn, dog. At a crochet shop, boy. Call me Kilo and Stitch, fam. Knit me up that gator tail, baby. We making booty movies, son. Come on. That albino giraffe neck, daddy, you feel me? That dustback lizard, fam. That chunky, that Colombian bam bam. Feliz Navi, damn, papa. Call me the power company, because I'm lit. If you find a kilo of cocaine with some knitting stuff, freaking sew me up a gram, mama. Okay? Knit me that hit. Crochet me that yay, boy. I'm talking about knit that hit. Crochet that yay, you feel me? Sew me up a pile of toot, boo-boo. All right, I'm talking about that Scottish Airlines, that Hollywood breakfast, baby. Damn. I need to go to Goodwill, boy. Who's your dealer? Goodwill? Man, the woman purchased the kit to crochet animal hats. Animal hats, bitch. Dude, I'll be fucking doing that rhino, you dog. That fucking white nose, baby. You feel me? Let's go. But when the crochet hobbyist opened the kit, she found a suspicious package that was encased in yellow rubber with 100% written on it. The item also gave off an odd odor. Odd odor, baby. That ain't an odd odor. That's that God odor, baby. And that thing's trying to swim up your snout, boo-boo. Come on. Police did not say how the crochet kit and narcotics ended up at the thrift shop. Well, look, unfortunately, in America, a lot of these workers, they're under tight schedules. And you know what I'm saying, bro. Frickin' toot me up a scarf, baby. Wolf me up a damn frickin' set of mittens, son. You know, it's just, you know, desperate times require desperate measures, baby. And that's it. People doing too just to get through a damn Afghan, brother. You know, haven't women been through enough, man? Praise God, bro. Damn. So lucky, man. I never found nothing like that. I remember once we got a baby crib for my cousin, and they had a house arrest bracelet in it. So, but nothing like this. I mean, this is just, damn. Just lucky. Just lucky, man. We can't all be winners. You know that. I know. What else do we have going on here? Let me see. Let's do one more call that came in, man.
Hey, Theo, it's your guy, Flynn. I'm in San Antonio.
What's up, Flynn? named after Errol Flynn, I'm guessing. And Errol Flynn played, I think he was Robin Hood in the 1900s. Let's hear more.
I'm just taking a walk with my dog. It's frigid, 30 degrees. We're getting a little bit of sleet out here. That wannabe snow kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, the real snow, obviously, is at the damn thrift shop, son. You know what I'm saying, bro? Gang, onward, brother. Thanks for calling.
And I was just hearing you talking about how you didn't want to let us down. You know, you had some viewers who are in programs or doing rehab or staying sober, trying to stay sober, and you feel like you don't want to let them down.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we touched on that on the last solo episode about drinking and yeah, like having not a responsibility, but yeah, just feeling hard to share, and maybe some responsibility. Onward.
By kind of coming on with your own failures, your own woes. And I just wanted to say, man, that you don't have to worry about that. We're all here for you. You're here for us. It's a little family we got going on here. I have anxiety. I have Tourette's. I have ADHD. You know, you name it. Any of the acronyms, I probably got it. You know what I mean? But we're all out here just doing the best we can with what we've got. And I wouldn't fault yourself for cutting back or slacking on your sobriety, as long as you realize that where you want to be and where you're going and how that intersects with what you got going on now. So just keep pushing towards that positive future. Keep being you and keep keeping us in the loop. Thanks for everything, man. Have a good one.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the sentiment and the call and the support. Yeah, I just want to do my best to just be as. I just want to do my best to kind of say what's going on. You know, I want to be able to work from a place that's kind of as. How does I feel? Just like as up to date as I can be, and I don't know. But thank you for saying that, man. That's nice of you to say, and I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot of people's, you know, it's just a lot of this kind of stuff is a journey. You know, it's just scary, man. It's so scary when you see the kind of stuff that can happen when people really struggle. And I don't know, I've never thought that I've had problems with alcohol. Ever. But yeah, it's just that risk of getting too far. You know, next thing you know, you wolf into you're in a damn electric chair or something. Or just a regular chair. Hell, either way, you still just wolfed out on that freaking Jack London, bro, you know. And it's just, yeah, you see people that get to a wild, you know, it's just, I don't know. I had a friend that died the other day of an overdose, and that's scary to hear. No, it's just scary to hear. And it's just so final, and you wonder, like, if you stay in the best way you can be, what little, you know, are you sober enough then where you make an extra call to a friend? And you don't save their life or nothing, but you're one little moment that keeps them. Because I get those moments from people. Hey, man, you know, a buddy will call and just check in. Hey, man, I'm just calling to let you know this. Or just those little things that, like, just get your day into a better space. You know, just those little pieces that make you feel like people care. You know, it's And I think a lot of it is we do a lot of our caring now on social media, so it's not care that people really feel or hear, or so it doesn't have that residual effect, I feel like, as it used to. But what do I know? But what I do know is I appreciate your call, man, and it's nice you didn't think of me and to thank you call. You know, yeah, I was kind of scared to talk about it, but it was scarier to be in a, but also I didn't want to be in a place where I was kind of not living a lie. I didn't feel like I was living a lie. I just felt like I just wanted to try and be just transparent. What else do we got here, man? Here, we take this.
What's up, Theo, you little duck bear?
Hey, man, what's up? This is Brady calling.
I just moved to Salt Lake from Colorado a few months ago, and it's the first time I've been living by myself. It's been hard, to say the least.
Oh, yeah, living by yourself is tricky, man. Because you'll get pissed somebody left the dishes in the sink, but it's always you who did it. So.
But I've been really struggling with my sobriety, and especially with COVID, you know, it's really hard to find meetings, and going to the online meetings is the same at all. So I was just looking for some tips, you know, how do I cope with my alcoholism without being able to go to real life meetings, man. I don't know. I'm struggling. I've just been drinking a lot, and I know it's not the right thing to do, but it's easier said than done, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I love your podcast.
Thanks, Brady. I appreciate it, man. You're not a Debbie Downer, dog. I mean, we do what we can, you know? Just like the fella that just called in here, man, you know? We just do what we can. You call somebody else, check on them. I cannot believe sometimes that there hasn't been more of an outrage from the recovery community to reinstate meetings in person. You don't have to agree with me, but it is baffling to me it's baffling to me the connection that is created through in-person meetings, and how that is not just like a top story almost every day of how we are missing that throughout this pandemic. And I wonder how many more people we've lost to addiction, and some of the byproducts of that. And I would bet it rivals. I'll tell you this is a true statement. I personally know more people that have overdosed or relapsed and lost their life in the past year than I do people that have lost their life from COVID. That's facts. Personally, no. Personally. I have four friends that have lost their life in the past year from drug and alcohol relapse or use, overdose. I know one person who had COVID when they died. That's just me. So I don't know. But anyway, man, I didn't mean to get away from what you were asking for, Brady, or what you're asking about. We just stick together, man. Look, I don't want those Zoom meetings either. They fucking suck. but they also suck if I say that they suck. Everything sucks if I say that it sucks. So some of it I have to try and put on me. I gotta find a local guy to spend time with, you know. I gotta have other people to check in with. And I need to check in with others. You know, a lot of times, like, I'm gonna call this person, my brain will be like, I'll go be calling, I'll be like, don't answer it, dude. Do your own shit. God, answer it. You know, answer it. You know, we lost a comedian about a week ago, and I don't want to talk out of school, but he struggled, man. This guy